Attention day traders who are struggling to be green for the week. Stop losing money in just one step without magic indicators or expensive software. Hi, what's up my friend? This is David. In today's video, you're going to learn the one mistake I make that cost me a week's worth of profit. I know mistakes are your next best friend because they exist to teach you things you don't like or at least things you must not do. So if you're like me who have been winning for the past 4 weeks, those mistakes you religiously remembered to avoid became hidden like the skeletons in your closet. You're probably wondering, what is the one mistake that cost me a week's worth of profits? Let's dive in. Imagine what your life will be like if you're green for the day or even for the week. Can you see the possibilities? Would that make your life better for you? That's what happened to me. I was making greens all week for the last 2 months. Then this happens. This is how much I've lost for the past 1 week, and I've lost about $101.62. That's literally took everything from my last week worth of profits, which is, it's not a big deal for you, but it's a big deal for me because I've taken it as a challenge that I want to make at least $1,000 from this for the past 3 months, and I'm already down $900 and I have about 3 weeks left. Let's look at what causes these 2 days of losses. I have 2 trades that's causing me the problem. First is INUV. Let's look at INUV. We focus on the entry right now. So for this trade, I've entered here and I placed my stop loss way too big, and the price for per share is about $1. It's about single digit. So the downside is, if you're wrong, you could take a big hit as well. If you're right, you could take a huge profit. So why did I enter on this second bull candle? I take this. The reason why I take this is because I saw a first bull candle followed by a second bull candle. I was feeling FOMO and I've been making money every week for the past 2 months. So I'm feeling a bit invincible, and this is my downfall. In actual fact, I should be waiting for a second bull candle after the break of the first resistance lines followed by another. Then I'll go into the 1 minute chart to decide whether this pullback will result in me jumping in or not. Apparently, after the pullback, the market just nosedive. Let's move on. FYBR. The loss on this ticker isn't much, but it is still a loss. Let's see why I make such a hasty decision. This whole week I've been pretty FOMO. As you can see from this chart, this is the first resistance line, and I've never waited for a second bull. Apparently, after the first bull candle, a high wick appeared, and I could reduce my risk by looking at the 1 minute time frame. This is the pullback, and but the pullback is still pretty high. So in order for this pullback to be valid and continue, it has to break this. I was feeling FOMO, like I mentioned, and I never wait for a second bull candle, and that's why I make a huge loss on this trade. Verb is another single digit dollar per share. I was feeling FOMO because it's a single digit dollar per share, and I know that if I miss out on the first few minutes after market open, I could lose a potential amount of money. So I jump in. Let's see why I jump in. I lost money on this trade because I saw a pin bar, and for the past trades I've been taking that is on the downtrend, pin bar has been pretty good for me. But apparently it isn't working for this trade. A note to myself that never take pin bars on a breakout unless it's followed by a second bull candle. I took this trade and my stop loss was this huge. I should have taken this trade and placed my stop loss here. At least if I'm wrong, the loss isn't much. The last trade was me. Let's see why I lost money on this. Okay, this is the high of the pre-market, and we wait for a first bull candle. The first bull candle appears, then followed by a second bull candle, but the second bull candle doesn't seem to exceed the first red bar, so the market pulled back, where I got in wrong because I saw a green candle after the breakout of the resistance line, which is here, and I just jumped in. Or else I could have made the right decision and wait for a second bull candle after this resistance line. It appears I could have gone to the 1 minute time frame to check out whether this is a valid breakout. If it's not, I could wait for this resistance line to be broken, and indeed broke, and the pullback. But the pullback is a short one, as you can see from this chart. The last pullback, I call this the double pullback. The double pullback pushed the market up further. I don't think I would be able to anticipate a double pushback. However, there is no pin bar as well. So the next step I would do is wait for this last red candle to be broken, and I'll jump in and place my stop loss at the low of this red bar candle. Technically, I'm taking a risk on so far it has been working fine for me. Alternatively, I could wait at this level and a pullback at this level. Not a valid pullback, but the market surged, as you can see from here. It's pretty complicated. I don't like charts that has a lot of consolidation. The strength from one side isn't that clear cut. And if you guys enjoy this video on what I've shared and want to see more, please leave a like. And if you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe and ring that bell to get notification whenever I upload a new video. Thanks again, and until next time,